Howdy folks, it is Scanner here. Big day in the world of Trench Crusade as the Carcass Front has been revealed from Adepticon. There's a post up on trenchcrusade.com that we're going to go through right now. I've got some reasonable res images of various things from this, so let's just cut into it. From the team, we're incredibly excited to announce Trench Crusade's biggest project to date, introducing our first starter set and supplement box, Carcass Front. Now this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. They've been waiting for Trench Crusade to get a starter set into stores to make it feel, rightly or wrongly, like it's a real game, like they're trying to compete with many of the other games companies out there that are taking up shelf space in stores. And I know from watching various retail related channels, this is what retailers have been waiting for as well. The Stostruppen are great. It's nice to have something that you can sell in stores, but that doesn't necessarily help to grow a scene, whereas this will. So the ever-restless armies of hell stir once more in the benighted lands beyond New Antioch, known as the Carcass Front. Everywhere signs show the return of Leviathan is nigh. Warbands of the faithful and fallen gather to fulfill the prophecy of Leviathan in the hope of mankind's salvation or to complete its damnation. So the Carcass Front is packed with exciting new content for Trench Crusade. It'd be unusual if it was for another game. The core of the Carcass Front box is its campaign book, which does actually sound incredibly exciting, which features 2 exciting campaigns to play through, as well as lots of spectacular new lore and art, and revamped rules for 2 fan-favourite warbands. This is accompanied by brand new plastic warband sets, as well as gaming accessories. Carcass Front is now available for pre-order and will be arriving in stores in late July. I can't speak to what the pricing is going to be for your locale, but when I checked the store, I can see €119, and I saw a screenshot from somebody in another Discord showing $130. So that is the cost that I know of this. So let's start with the minis. Carcass Front brings 2 long-awaited warbands to the battlefields of Trench Crusade, the blighted warriors of the Procession of the Sacred Affliction and the murderous heretic naval raiders. These miniatures will be included in the box as full, ready-to-play 700 ducat warbands, and each model comes with up to 2 assembly options. You can follow the included guides to build one of the examples listed, or choose from a selection of weapons, equipment, and head swaps to create your own. The Carcass Front box will contain 16 miniatures in total. We'll be revealing more of them in the months running up to the release, but until then, here's a sneak peek at the first few, and I've taken some of the promo shots that they have included and dashed them throughout this video, and towards the end there will be a section that just goes through each of the models whilst I'm talking. For the SACAF ones, I actually have front and backs, which I don't have for the Heretic Naval Raiders. I can only go with what I've got. So let's have a little looky-loo here. The Heretic Naval Raiders. The Heretic Naval Raiders are known for their ruthlessness and brutality. Well trained and equipped, they stalk the shores like cruel predators, waiting for the perfect opportunity to burst across the battlefield with blinding speed and a seemingly endless number of bullets, each inscribed with runes of blasphemy. The Heretic Naval Raiders are well suited to players who can leverage their smaller model count by using their enhanced mobility and infiltrating prowess to seek advantageous positions, luring their prey into a deadly hail of gunfire and wicked blades. The Procession of the Sacred Affliction. The Procession of the Sacred Affliction are amongst the faithful's most resilient and zealous fighters. Protected by unwavering faith and blessed icons, each and every leper pilgrim can shrug off lethal wounds long enough to drown their foes in the mud with the millstones tied to their backs. The Procession of the Sacred Affliction is perfect for players who want to take the fight directly to the heretics with blade and holy fire in large numbers, leaping across trenches and ignoring lethal blows to send the denizens of hell back from whence they came. So it's kind of a fun contrast of playstyles that they've introduced, and I can't speak too much to this because, from my understanding, these are going to be very expanded. These are like both of these, both the Sacred Affliction and the Heretic Ravel or the Naval Raiders, are being taken from just a little sub-faction that had their own rules and stuff to fully fleshed out complete factions with expanded rules and a lot more lore. and things of that nature. But from these descriptions, by and large, the heart of the warbands is what we know it to be, whereas the naval raiders hit hard, hit fast, move fast, and then the Sack-Aff folks really just like to roll over you, man, and just like beat the crap out of you. So a fun contrasting style between the two, and liable to appeal to friend groups who might go in 50-50 on the box set and just take some of the models each. So both of the box's campaigns are set in a hitherto unexplored area of the Trench Crusade world map, the Carcass Front, which is the name given to the war-torn lands to the north of New Antioch. So it is 2 campaigns are being included, 2 full campaigns. Carcass Front's 2-player narrative campaign, The Path to Leviathan, is a conflict that will shape the next chapter in the Trench Crusade saga. So we are having this living world style thing with Trench Crusade, where how things go over the course of the Carcass Front as we play it out will impact the next step in the development of the game, which is pretty cool. An ancient evil stirs under the blood-tinged waters of the Carrion coast. Will you slay Leviathan and feast upon its flesh, or unleash it to wreak horror and destruction on mankind? So it's like we said in the... I did a couple of videos basically in the run-up to this reveal where we talked about Leviathan and how that might look in the game and what people might actually want with it. And yes, eating Leviathan basically is on the menu, for want of a better way to say it. So it looks like those Sack-Aff folks want to get and chomp Leviathan's flesh, as described in the Bible when it is said that Leviathan was smashed up and his meat given to the creatures and the people. So yeah, or I'm assuming the naval raiders just want to like keep waving their little flags and be like, yo, Leviathan, you rock, let's go smash some stuff. So Carcass Front also features a map-based campaign for 2 to 8 players that will see warbands battle over the resources and esoteric secrets of the Carcass Front. This campaign includes various new mechanics, ensuring that no 2 campaigns will ever be the same. The Carcass Front box is full of brand new content for veteran players, but is also a great place to begin if you're new to Trench Crusade. The set contains most of what you need to dive straight in, including 2 opposing warbands and their ready-to-play lists. Carcass Front also includes introductory rules and simple instructions to help you get started quickly and easily. So a good starter set. The thing that appears to be missing that you would expect from most starter sets is they don't appear to be messing with dice based off just the image that I can see here, which I will pop up in the video. There's no dice being shown in this section. So how do I get it? Carcass Front is now available for pre-order on our web store, as said earlier, and will be shipping in late July. For all of our Crusaders in North America and the UK, note that we will have local logistics hubs in place by the time Carcass Front releases, so your orders will no longer be subject to import tariffs. Great news for people who want to play in either the UK or over in the States, because nobody likes having to pay more than everybody else is paying because of stupid bullshit. Okay, it's safe to say that as our first big box, Carcass Front is a very exciting new step for us here at Trench Crusade. What started as a stretch goal for our Kickstarter campaign has transformed into an incredibly ambitious project that we've been working on for the best part of a year, with some of Wargaming's most illustrious veterans, including but not limited to Tuomas Pirinen, Andy Chambers and Jervis Johnson on design, Mike Franchina, Pedro Nunes, Artem de Mora and Thomas Elliott on art, and lore by Tuomas Pirinen and Graham McNeil. So anybody who doesn't know, Thomas Elliott has basically joined the Trench Crusade team. If you don't know who Thomas Elliott is as regards illustrations, you're a donkey, and I strongly suggest you keep an eye out for his upcoming Eschaton, which looks incredible. We are incredibly excited to show you more about Carcass Front, including the remaining models, a preview of the campaign systems, and more over the next few months leading up to the general release. Additionally, Carcass Front is more than a one-off release. It's the first step in the yearly schedule we're building up to that will mix miniature releases with events, organised play, and the evolving story of the world of Trench Crusade. We'll talk more about that later, but first things first, Leviathan awaits. All right, so pretty cool. This is what we've wanted as fans. I know people have sat around and wanted an easy way to get folks involved and all the rest of it. This isn't the be all and end all of the Carcass Front. Go back and watch my video where I break down kind of, it exists in essentially 2 tiers. There's the physical stuff, and then there's a bunch of digital stuff that will meet the needs of the original backers as we were promised back with the original Kickstarter. All this physical stuff is basically additional expansions for the game. If you backed that original Kickstarter, the $1 million goal was the digital rewards based around the Carcass Front, and they include things like STLs and all that kind of good shit. So go and have a look. Now, that won't be STLs for these new warbands, so don't get overexcited there. I'm going to run through very quickly the box description from the store. The Carcass Front campaign book contains 96 pages of new and expanded rules, lore, and art, covering the embattled region of the Carcass Front and its key locations, as well as the major players in the conflict that will shape the next chapter in the Trench Crusade saga. There are expanded rules for the Procession of the Sacred Affliction and Heretic Naval Raiders as full warbands, as well as details of 2 entire campaign systems. Yes. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had that right. The expanded rules for the Procession of the Sacred Affliction and Heretic Naval Raiders. So yeah, overall, this stuff I think is pretty freaking cool. I, for one, am very, very excited, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it around the end of July, I guess, which is when it will be out. I'm going to pop in my pre-order pretty much right after I stop recording this video, frankly. This product will ship from hubs in the EU, UK, and USA. Alrighty, so how are you feeling about it? Are you happy with the 2 that we've got? I'm just glad it's not more, look, not to be mean, I'm just glad it's not more New Antioch. New Antioch are truly the bane of my life with how much stuff there is out there about them. And I say that, look, I know there's some irony there when I'm working on my own STLs for the Rough and Readies, etc. I get it. But what can you do? But yeah, I'm really psyched with this. Sacred Affliction and Naval Raiders expanded rules, which I wasn't expecting, and I don't know if too many people were. I guess rules testers were, but those guys have to keep secrets. And yeah, all in all, it's looking like a really fun setup, and like it's going to be a good time over the summer and into the autumn to be playing Trench Crusade. Let me know how you feel. Are you excited? Do you think this will help you to get friends into Trench Crusade? Do you think this will help Trench Crusade grow as a scene? I'm especially interested to hear from American followers, because the cultural difference in how these games are played kind of in Europe versus America is really kind of quite dramatic. In Europe, it's an awful lot of games clubs and just playing at home. And in the States, it's an awful lot of game stores. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say, how you think this might help set up things in game stores for you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Sorry my voice was weird in this video, but I'm terribly ill today, and all the best.